What's up YouTube, I'm just another guy and welcome back to Fulham. So here we are 2 months into the season. We've got that game against Birmingham coming up, and before we jump into any of that, we're going to talk about transfers because we did have a little bit of action going on before the end of the transfer window. So with ins, we actually spent 6 million on Danny Bath from Wolves, 24 years of age, so he's still pretty young. £6 million is quite hypocritical of me to go out there and spend £6 million when I criticised the signing of Ross McCormack for Fulham for, what was it, £6.57 million. So yeah, that's sort of bad of me to go out there and spend that money after I said that. But I think this guy is someone that can contribute to the team and also help us if we eventually get to the next level, or if the team gets to the next level, whatever. I'm not too sure if I'll continue to save on past this season. But, you know, look at his report. Decent Premier League player right now. A professional as well, which suits his personality. He's got potential in him as well. Overall, I think he's going to be a great player. £6 million may have been quite a bit of money to spend on him, but hopefully, you know, in the future he'll be worth a lot more. So let's think of it that way. And we also signed one other guy, Tobias Levels, who just came in as a backup right back for the season. So with the outs, we sold one more player as well. We sold Zorotic, I believe it's pronounced, Montenegro international. And he spoke out after about 4 or 5 games into the league season, said he wanted more first team football. I was sort of like, it's been like 4 or 5 games, mate. Calm down. You're not even good anyway. And so in the end, he said, you know what, I want to leave. And I thought, you know what, fine, you leave. I don't care. So off he's gone to Derby County, 925k. That's why I brought in a guy on a free. So overall, spent 3.1. Spent 6. Sorry, brought in 3.1. Not too bad of a transfer window. And quite recently, a load of people suddenly came in and offered loans to all our players who were up for loan lists. So we've loaned out a lot of people on like 1 month deals. So nothing too much to go into. We'll just, you know, leave that be. So let's talk about how we've done in the league. So the league itself, we currently find ourselves in 14th place. We've got, of course, to play the game today. So once we've played that, hopefully we can go a little bit higher. But it's not been an ideal start to the season. It's been pretty on and off our form. We've had a few great results, but then followed up by a few poor ones. Overall, it's just been really inconsistent. We're still in touching distance of the playoffs, but the board are not happy with me being this low, this far into the season. Even though it's only about, you know, an eighth of the way into the season or whatever, they're still not really happy with it. So I'm going to need to improve. The team's going to have to improve. But I'm confident we can, you know, improve. I'm confident we can get there. We've played some tough teams so far. We've got hopefully some easier fixtures to come. So, you know, there's promise here. We can still turn this around. So let's talk about the actual fixtures themselves. So you saw the Ipswich 3-1 defeat, which was really embarrassing and really not up to the standard I expect. Following that, we lost 2-0 to Millwall, and again, this was just really poor. Didn't play well. The performances wasn't good enough. And Ross McCormack had a shocking game, another shocking game, and yeah, just didn't deserve it. And in fact, Millwall did deserve the 2-0 defeat. But we got our first win of the season against Wolves, and Wolves currently are doing very well. I think they're in the playoffs. I didn't actually see them on that list. They're currently third in the championship, so they're doing very well. So to get a 3-2 victory shows what I mean by contrast. You know, we've lost 2 games in a row, but then we've beaten a team that are actually really good. They missed a penalty after 2 minutes. We actually gave away a penalty after 30 seconds. So that was an abysmal start, but we bounced back with actually Danny Bath, the signing from them, scoring 2 goals, giving us a 2-goal advantage. They then got 2 back before half-time, so at half-time we were going in 2-2 despite having a 2-0 advantage at one point, before Simao in the 83rd minute coming on as a sub and scored for us. So, you know, great way to get the win so late on. But again, performance-wise, not particularly great from the defence, you know, apart from Bath and Byrne. The fullbacks are quite poor. The centre mids weren't great. So still things to worry about there. And it continued fourth. Derby, we lost 3-1 to them after that. Derby are undefeated this season so far. 8 games played, 4 wins, 4 draws for them. So again, they're a good team, but we had a 1-goal advantage at one point after a 3rd-minute penalty. And we conceded that goal in the 70th minute. And then we just fell apart. We just crumbled. I mean, we weren't playing great. The fact is, at half-time, we had 3 shots on target, 2 shots on target. You know, we hadn't had a shot in the second half. We were abysmal in the second half. But the way we fell apart was the thing that really worried me. You know, okay, you lose 3-1 and the goals are maybe spread out. You know, you're 1 in the first half, 2 in the second half. But we fell apart in the space of 13 minutes. And that's that's not encouraging. You know, those aren't signs of teams that get promoted. In this league, actually, though, you can't really say anything because teams can be in the bottom half of the table one season. I mean, her first half of the season, second half of the season, they scrape the playoffs and win it quite comfortably. But still, you know, it's not great to see us having, you know, a capitulation in the way we did. Then here's our good run of form. This is what I mean by bit on, off, inconsistent. Because we beat Barnsley in the League Cup. I'm not going to go too much into that because it was a comfortable performance. A team in a division below, we should be winning that. But the next game, Cardiff, we beat them 3-1, and it was a really good performance. In this game, I actually swapped out my strikers. I didn't actually point this out, but in this game, McCormack, 6.1 rating. In the game against Wolves, he had a 7.3, so he did really well there, but didn't score. But he had 2 shockers in this game. He had a shocker in the Derby game, and I dropped him in this match for the Barnsley one because I spoke to him after the Derby game. I said, look, your performance, because if we look at his performance, you know, it's poor in relation to everyone else, especially in the attacking half of the pitch where everyone had about 6.7, 6.8. He got a 6.1. So I said, hey, your last game wasn't good enough. It wasn't a great performance. And he said, I think that's harsh. I think I played quite well. I said, yeah, you know, I think I said something, I don't remember what I replied to him, but then he said, you know what, I stick by my decision. He was very stubborn to me, and I thought, you know what, I'll drop you. So in the Barnsley game, Woodrow didn't have a particularly great match. In the end, McCormack came on, I think, to end up the game. But after that, in the Cardiff match, Woodrow showed some class and quality that McCormack hadn't shown all season long. He scored in the 38th and 59th minute, giving us a 2-goal advantage, Woodrow. Both of them from crosses. It was actually... No, it's not this game, sorry, it's an upcoming game. I think I'm getting ahead of myself. Cardiff did peg one back before a very late goal from Cole, who was a substitute for Scott Parker, ended up coming on and securing a 2-goal victory for us. So that was a really good result against Cardiff, and we followed it up as well with another really good win. We beat Reading. Yet again, Woodrow was incredible. Oh, I've clicked on the wrong game. Woodrow was incredible. He scored all 3 goals in this occasion, including a 91st minute hat-trick for himself. And we went 1-0 down, so... this time round, it was us showing great team spirit, us having a completely different second half. I slated them at half-time, and I saw a reaction I wanted. Rodallega, this is the game I was going to say, Rodallega was brilliant in this game. It was the first game he started for me, and he assisted all 3 goals from Woodrow. He crossed all of them in from the left-hand side and the right-hand side. He ended up swapping over for the last 8 minutes of the game, contributing to all of Woodrow's goals. So Rodallega was fantastic there. But then, you know, after 2 great wins against Cardiff and Reading showing great attacking presence, we then struggled against Nottingham Forest, who at this point of the season, were 22nd in the league. And we were shocking going forward. Rodallega had a bad game, Ruiz, Simao, Woodrow all had poor games. Defensively, the centre-backs did decently well, but again, our full-backs let us down. And they scored in the 32nd minute with Matty Fryatt, and that was it. You know, they pretty much controlled the game from that point on. We didn't really possess much of a threat due to how poor we were going forward. So just showing inconsistencies. And then recently we drew 3-3 to Blackburn thanks to a 95th minute equaliser from Cole. And also in this game, Patrick got his first 2 goals for the club in his history. He played really well today, but defensively we were all over the place. Everyone was having a bad game defensively for us. And like I say, if it wasn't for super sub Cole coming on in the 78th minute and getting a goal in the 95th, we would have walked away with 0 points. So a point there was decent. And then quite recently, we've beat Cardiff thanks to a penalty shootout in the League Cup. And they, you know, Swansea. I said the wrong Welsh team. That's quite bad, you know, the rivalry and all that. But anyway, we beat Swansea on penalties. And again, it was Woodrow scoring 2 goals, including a 120th minute equaliser. So 2 late equalisers in a row for us, pushing it to penalties. And then we ended up scoring all of our penalties while Sigurdsson missed theirs. So, you know, not too bad. You know, the Swansea game, that's a decent game. They're a team a division above us. You know, the Reading game was good. The Cardiff game was good. I guess you could argue the Barnsley game was good, even though it was just 1-0. We still controlled and dominated the game against a weaker opposition. But then, you know, baffling results against Nottingham Forest, struggling against Blackburn. It's just too many inconsistencies. If we can get a good run, you know, we will climb up the table, but we need a good run. We're currently in a few games' time. We've got Middlesbrough top of the league. That will be a very tough game, but we need to be winning games like this against Birmingham, Bolton, Rotherham when they come up, Charlton. We need to be beating these guys and getting the results. Then we'll start climbing up the table. So let's go into the game, and this is going to be the team that will go out in today's lineup. I've said we had a few injuries, and we never seem to have every player fit. McCormack can go back onto the bench. Heidman can actually go on the bench as well. And actually, Bath needs to come back into the team because he was cup tied for the League Cup. So you can go back in there and you can go on the bench. But yeah, we just seem to always have a few injuries here or there, which means I'm always sort of having to drop people or play different people. Right now, actually, I'm going to talk to Brian Ruiz because he's actually not played particularly well. He can start playing at a higher standard. He's not really done too much so far. But yeah, this is going to be team cut today. So we have Corrali in goal, Høglund at the right back, Stifilidis, I think. Stifilidis. I butchered that name, but I'll give that a go there at left back. In the centre backs, we have Bath and Byrne. Centre mids, we have Parker and David. The attacking midfield roles are Williams, Ruiz, and Roberts, the three you saw originally. And up front, we have Woodrow, who in 6 starts has scored 7 goals. And the bench you can see there as well. I would have liked to have played Samal, but he's currently out injured. I would have liked to have played Roddy Jaeger as well, but again, he picked up an injury during one of the international breaks or something like that. So, shame there, but best team we can currently field, we're going to go out there. Birmingham currently bottom of the table, minus 10 goal difference, only 2 wins, 6 defeats, really should be getting a win here. They're playing exactly the same to us, a 4-2-3-1. And let's go out there. And you know what? I'm going to be assertively here, and I expect to win today, lads. You know, we've got to be beating teams like this if we want to be at least achieving the playoffs, which I believe is what the board expect of me. Even if it isn't, I expect us to get promoted. You know, that's what the board want, but I want promotion from this. And it's a long throw, very easily headed away by Byrne. But it's not great. You know, it's not been cleared completely. And now Duffy is able to put this one in and good save from the keeper, plucking it out of the air. Alright, let's see what we can do with this. Find the right player from this. Finding Ruiz. Woodrow. Brilliant ball to Roberts. Roberts. Oh, wow. Missing the chance. He's left-footed, Roberts. I don't know why he hit that with his right. It should have just been an easy, comfortable, you know, placed shot into the back of the net of his left foot. But encouraging signs there. Very quick counter-attack. Oh, no. Williams. What a shocking pass. Straight to a Birmingham player. Good tackle from Parker. That's what you'd expect from someone of his level and his experience and his ability. And again, Parker. Brilliant challenge. Ruiz. See if he can spot a run. Oh, wow. Another shocking pass in the middle of the pitch. It's twice now in this highlight we've thrown away possession. And, oh, man, we're made to pay. Cotterill with the goal. What a shocking bit of play from us. Twice giving the ball away. Apparently once wasn't enough of a warning. We had to do it twice. And Birmingham made us pay. So 1-0 down against a team we shouldn't really be losing to. People looking nervous and frustrated. They really shouldn't be. This isn't like a big occasion. This is just a game, you know, we should really dominate. I mean, we're not currently dominating it, but we should at least be winning or putting in a better contribution than we are right now. It's wow, what a fortunate ball through, and it is Woodrow with the goal, showing his class that he's shown all season long since I've put him in the starting lineup. A brilliant ball from, I think it was Byrne, wasn't it? Or was it Bath? One of the two. I think a Byrne clearance ended up being a brilliant through ball to Woodrow and took one touch and placed that in the back of the net. Fantastic finish by the striker. I'm growing to love, really. May have to look to sign him on different saves in the future because he looks pretty decent right now. And while poor clearance from Birmingham, we could create a counter-attack here. We need to find the right pass. Roberts picking the ball back up again. If he can play it out wide, that would be great. Or he keeps going inside. He's still going. And with the shot, I think Williams is offside. No, he isn't. George Williams with the goal. First ever goal for Fulham. That is great. Roberts with an incredible run. No one was challenging him. And he thought, why not keep going? And he's left-footed, so he had a dig. Can't really, you know, say anything bad about his shot. It wasn't, you know, he did a good run. He might as well have had the dig. So in the end, good goal from Williams. And Williams again. What a turnaround, boys. 3-1. It's only 32 minutes into the match. Williams yet again, having scored only his first goal for the club in this match. He's gone and scored 2 now. Roberts, not a great shot there, I believe. Williams with a goal. 3-1, sorry. 2 goals from Williams, 1 from Woodrow. The youngsters are contributing massively. Ruiz not playing too well, and David's still a little nervous. That's not great. I was going to say I would do a team talk to David, but we're at half-time now. So I'm going to calmly tell the lads I am very pleased with your performance so far. Keep it up. Woodrow for some reason didn't react there, but I would still like to see better performances by a few individuals, but I can't really single them out in the 3-1 scoreline because otherwise they will react negatively. And I think we're going to make a sub. We're going to change our right back. Høglund off. We're going to bring Vosser on. And I think we're going to take David off. He's just not really grown into the game. We're going to bring Heidemann on. And we'll just confirm them 2 changes. And we'll see what we can do from the highlight. Williams on a hat-trick. Wow, Williams has gone and got a man sent off. So he's been so dangerous down that left-hand side. The man marking him, the fullback marking him, has had to get booked twice. Williams is having a great game. He deserves that 9 rating. He's looking frustrated right now. I don't know why. No, he's changed that. That's good. I didn't want him looking frustrated. He might have got himself sent off. We're going to take Ruiz off as our last sub and bring Cole on. Now, Cole is not the greatest of players, but he scored some decent goals for us. He scored some important goals for us this season, so I'm going to keep playing him because if he's performing, why not? As Novak, with a goal and a slight chance Birmingham could get back into the game. Lee Novak using his height advantage against our defence. It's going to be quite a nervy last 14 minutes. Birmingham with the ball deep in our half. We can't really afford to give the ball away now too much. I think last 10 minutes I might change up the team a little bit. I'll do a team talk right now actually. Calmly tell the lads to concentrate. You know, keep your concentration levels high. Don't do anything silly with a brilliant ball to Williams. If he can find the right pass, he does. Woodrow with a fantastic volley, but Roberts is there for the rebound. 4-2, 2-goal cushion. Restored, and that should be all 3 points for us there. I wouldn't be surprised if it was. Williams with a brilliant cross in. Woodrow with a fantastic volley. Shame Randolph's save was equally as good, and Robert hitting Randolph while he's down. After that brilliant save, just for a simple tap in to be scored from Roberts, just about. If the keeper had been ready, he would have saved that. Still though, Birmingham continue to pressurise us. Woodrow with the ball. I was going to say, holding it up so well as the target man should, but got tackled in the end. Oh no, Scotty Parker's been injured. We're going to have to sort that out. Yeah, that was fine. You can play like that for the rest of the game. That's not great to see Scotty Parker injured. And yet again, another injury to add to the list. We just can't seem to have all players available for selection. Hopefully it's nothing too long term either for Parker, because he is our best centre mid and we don't really have too much depth in that area of the pitch. As Williams with the chance now to get his hat-trick. Williams gets his hat-trick. What a perfect way to end off a great result against Birmingham. Williams getting his first career hat-trick on the day he gets his first ever goal for the club. I actually don't even know if it's his first career hat-trick. I shouldn't really say things like that. But I assumed this was his first club because he's only 18 and it's the first time he's probably played a lot of first-team football. But we've just got to see out the remaining few minutes now. Maybe we can even get another goal. That'd be great. But Spectre, Novak, oh, fantastic save from our keeper there. Novak trying to add to his one he's got already just to get another consolation for Birmingham. Williams with space. You've got to run into that, Williams. You're on fire today. Keep going. Oh, I was going to say, get your 4th if you have to. But all of our players have been playing really well in that, you know, the front 3 really. Apart from the centre attacking mid, all our players have contributed massively. Is Williams still going? You know, Williams has been on it. He's got the ball back in. He's crossed it in. Picking Roberts instead of Woodrow. Poor choice there because Roberts is a little guy. Woodrow is the big 6'2" guy, I think, up front. But that doesn't matter. End of the day, 5-2 victory. Great result against Birmingham. A result I expected and a comfortable performance. You know, and again, a good fight back because we were 1-0 down and we've come back and turned it around. And it pushes us up to 10th place in the table. So we've got Bolton, Middlesbrough coming up. 2 tough games. Well, 1 tough game, I say. Middlesbrough, Bolton, I expect another comfortable result. Scotty Parker is only out for 5 days as well. That is encouraging. You know, that's a decent time for being injured. But look at that. 10th place now. Only a few points off the playoffs. Things are looking a lot better after just 1 game. Let's go into some stats as well, because I just saw some player stats there I thought were very interesting. Woodrow is 2nd in top goal scorer. Callum Wilson currently can't stop scoring for Bournemouth. But he's up there with the likes of Jordan Rose and Andre Gray, so a few decent players surrounding him. Roberts is currently up there with most assists, 7 assists. He is on fire this season. I really do like this player. Elsewhere, there was another person on that list as well. Woodrow with shots on target ratio up there with Fontaine, Marc-Antoine Fontaine, or whatever his name is. Woodrow average minutes per goal is one of the highest. Only Wilson beats him. Key passes. Ruiz has a lot of key passes. Shame his performances don't match the amount of key passes he apparently produces. And look at that, Burn with most key challenges as well. So we're doing pretty well on this board, you know, on the player stats board. We just need to continue to push up the league. Next time I will meet you back will be at the Brighton match quite a distance away. We also have Brighton in the Capital One Cup as well, so hopefully, you know, we can beat Brighton on that occasion in the Capital One Cup, have the live comp, and hopefully beat them here. So this will be it for now, guys. Next time I'll meet you back end of November. So until then, peace out.